kind of joined CLR 2.5 years ago, and it all came about really from, I did a remix for Matador, like I think September 2012 it came out, and I passed that to quite a few people in the industry, like Regis, Tommy 47, Alan Fitzpatrick, people that I knew and I was in touch with, and they all started playing it, and then they handed it over to Adam Bayer and Chris Liebing, so lots of people was playing this remix, and Chris was really keen to have a release after that remix, so he contacted me, asked me for music, I sent him stuff but it wasn't quite as good as the remix, but we built up a relationship, and I did a podcast for them, and then eventually, you know, I think 6-7 months later, had some tracks that he really liked, and then we planned the first release, the Cycles EP, and then I joined the agency. So yeah, and the rest is history, so they say. It comes in many forms, really. I'm quite actually, you know, it's not. I'm more of a visual person in many ways. So what I generally do is if I really want to get creative with music, I tend to have a concept and I look at images, or I play around with a theme, or whatever's inspiring me. Like I could be reading, you know, books. I've been reading up on veganism. Even though I do come from a straight techno background, you know, like the original music that I listened to was, you know, like Aphex Twin, and then like 90s techno. That's where I come from. And so don't have a big, like a wider range of like influences. So to help channel that, yeah, I use like visual cues, feelings, and anything really I can just tune into and, you know, evoke something, basically. I think because of the remix, it was just a really nice period of it was a really nice time when, you know, people were contacting me, asking me for music and EPs, and it was like to kind of get the respect off your peers, regardless whether they're male or female, is, you know, it's a really good feeling to have in the industry, and I think you need that. You need the kind of backing of your peers, you know, you need them to be playing your music. So as soon as the music was kind of good enough, I got the support, and I think that's the misconception with females in the industry. I think, you know, you work as hard as the guys, you know, it's the same job, we don't do anything different, it's irrelevant, like whether you're female or male, gender is not important. I just think that maybe as girls, it's not something that girls generally get into, rather than like guys. More guys definitely get into music and DJing. So I just think the ratio will always be like weighed in that direction. But yeah, I think it's been fine, you know. I think you just get on with it. I think it's something really special here at the moment. Like whenever I come, it's really interesting to see all these kids getting into techno, and, you know, all these young kids. And for me, like what I feel is that it's in their hands. It's not in my hand. Like, you know, I'm kind of like whatever wave we're on now of techno. But to inspire a generation that's, you know, 16, 17-year-olds, which is what I see in Paris, is amazing. And I think it becomes less about you as an individual and more about the drama and the collective. And it's happening here. Like, you know, I think Amsterdam as well, it's something good is happening there too. You know, it's all kids, same age roughly, you know, boys, girls, dogs, whatever, they're all getting into techno. So there's definitely a big movement at the moment for it, which is great. I suppose at the top of my list, which is like my dream, my dream list would be like The Prodigy. Like, I just think, I kind of like really heavy breaks, and they do it really well. Like Liam Howlett is a master basically at sound, and I just think that I really enjoy playing a little bit of breaks here and there in my set, and or industrial, whatever you want to call it, but it's something just with broken beats, and but it's heavy enough to fit with the techno sound. And I think the combination of like coming from a techno angle into that would be kind of a nice collaboration, and you could learn a lot. At the moment, I'm like carrying on with my Elements project. So just selecting the music for that, which was again, I instead of doing an album, I wanted to do like EPs. I wanted to separate them because I kind of struggled to make like down tempo stuff, and it always seems like, oh, you've made a down tempo track, put it on an album. You know, what a great idea. But for me, it's always what comes out is definitely dance floor. So I split it into like 4 EPs, more of a collector item on vinyl, and then I work with a visual artist, Malika Maria, who's this really young girl from Belgium, and you know, she's got like literally techno just like running through her veins, and she interprets that in a visual, really scary stuff, but she's a true artist, and so we're just going to carry on with that project. I just hope everyone enjoys it. I mean, people are going to watch this afterwards, so yeah, I hope they all enjoyed it. I think it's going to be a good night. Clouds are tearing it up out there at the moment, so you know, we'll take that energy and yeah, finish off the night. So yeah, thank you for having me again.